and welcome to my channel. So today I'm doing a whip and chat. It occurred to me that I actually haven't had one of these for ages, because anytime I've worked on this picture previously, they've kind of been tag videos. So yeah, I haven't had a proper whip and chat for ages. I thought it'd be a good time to catch up on what's going on, or not, as the case may be. So it's been a while. I think it's been about a month since I've worked on this picture as well, and I can't actually remember anything that I've done. And so yeah, we're just going to wing it. Just story of my life. So I think what I'll do, I was thinking about this, so I think I'll put in, I think I used the orange and not the yellow. So I'm not going to do it on all the flowers. I thought I'd just do it on like the big sort of open ones. So I'll do a bit more of this. We're just putting in a little bit of orange, because it seemed to work, just on the tips. Yeah. Oh, I don't know, that does look a bit darker. Maybe it was the yellow. Well, it's orange now. So how are we all? Oh my god. I've just been... It's summer. What can I say? It's summer. And to be honest, I've not felt much like colouring. And I think it is just because it's all like summer. And even though the weather has taken a bit of a dive at the moment in the UK, so it's not the best. But it's still nicer. And I've not felt like it, so I've not been doing a lot of colouring. And the colouring I've done, if you saw my book bag last month, you'll know that I was planning to do a lot of whips. Well, I've not done very well with the whips, unless you include creating new ones, because I've started loads of pictures, and yeah, that's going well, not. So let's work on this whip at least. At least I've done something. But yeah, I'm just like... I don't know. I'm flaky. Even by my standards. Oh, this bit there. Even by my standards, I'm a bit flaky with the whips and the colouring. I have been doing a bit more diamond painting, but even so, even that's not a huge amount. But I have finally started in earnest my Heaven and Earth Designs picture, which I don't know if you remember. I talked about that from a couple of months ago. Well, no, I think it was like April, where I bought that giant diamond painting pattern that's like nearly it's like 1.8 metres wide. It's like over 6 foot wide. It's a wall filler. And that was the prime reason, really, that I started my diamond painting channel, if you've not seen that. And so I've been doing a few... Now that I've been able to start it, I've been doing a few sort of whip and chats for that. I say weird chats. It's just mainly me going, I've messed up. I put it in the wrong place. You know what I'm like. But those aren't kind of thinky videos. When I do a whip and chat with a colouring page, I have to pull out all my colours and decide my palette and think about how I'm going to blend. And do you know what I mean? Whereas with diamond painting, you're literally just following like what it tells you to do. Right, so I'm going to do, now that I've got that little bit of yellow, that's the only ones I'm going to do, the two big flowers. And now I'm going to do what I did down here. Actually, should I this would be a good time to zoom you in a bit, wouldn't it? Actually, before I do, right, sorry, I'm all over the place. This like sums up my last 2 months. I just wanted to say, because it's been so long since I've had a whip and chat, I've got it here. I've been meaning to mention it. So on Amazon Prime Day, which I don't even know, when was that? June, I think, or yeah. So I bought a softbox. You know, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Let's colour, because I can do the outline. I bought a softbox for, you know, I felt so grown up. It was like the first time I actually bought something. I bought the pencils, the Derwent pencils, and I bought this softbox, which is a lighting thing for the channel. It's the first time I've actually used like channel money to buy like channel things, as opposed to me things. So I bought this softbox, and it's one of these ones you do it. It's like a big sort of umbrella-y type thing where you have the bulb in the middle, and it's on a little tripod. I've not actually got it on today. One, because it's sunny, and two, because I wanted to show you something from it, because it's just like, it's so funny. And these things amuse me. So I'm just using, these are my Luminance pencils. This is just the, what's it called? The pink white, which is one of the new ones from their sort of portrait set. and I'm just going over the key lines here. I don't want them to disappear, but I want them to be softer. Anyway, so I bought this softbox, and it turned up, and it's really cool. It turns up, you got your tripod, and it turned up in like a big black bag, like with a holdall, and so I was having a look at it, and I opened it up, and I was like, what's this thing? It was like this big square rectangular block. It was like bigger than a brick. I'm like, what's this? So I opened it up. Right. I've got it here. This is what was in the brick. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, I thought it would just be a normal light, or you know, maybe sort of a halogen, or you know, one of these swirly light bulbs. But look at the size of this light bulb. I couldn't help it. I laughed my arse off. I just like, oh my god, the biggest light bulb in the world. I'm like, oh, okay, so that's good. It's really good. It does. I have it, when I do have it on, I have it on like behind me, and I point it up at the ceiling, and it bounces back down the light. So it just kind of, I don't use it much because it's the summer, but it kind of evens out the light when I do it on a dull day. But I'm looking forward to winter, where I'll actually be able to film like at reasonable times and not have to be rushing to get everything filmed before 3 o'clock, because that's when it starts to get gloomy. But yeah, I just thought I'd share that. That was just like, I've been meaning to mention it, and every time I forget. I'm like, I must tell them about the comedy light bulb. Just comedy light bulb. I was like, what is in this box? Anyway, let me just do this petal, and I'll zoom you in, because then you can actually see what I'm doing. But I didn't want to zoom you in before I'd shown you the light bulb. That's as big as my colouring book. Ooh, right. Oh, nearly. I'm getting ahead of myself. Like I say, I can't actually remember what I did. And if I were a sensible person, might have just like gone to the last few minutes of my last video just to see what I was using and, you know, pick up the vibe of it. But that's far too easy. So I'm just going from memory. Good job, I've got a really good memory. I am seeing the floor. Oh, is that that's a little bit missing. Where's that? I used lilac for that. No, is that the gap? It must be lilac, because that would be a weird place for a hole. I'll just put that in there. I've got all these. See this? Talking of whips, I've got all these pens, which I know some of them are using here in elastic band. I think I've actually one of the few pictures I've finished. So I don't need to, but I need to double check it's the whip that I think, the picture I think it is, that I've got them all banded together. Alright, let me get you in closer. Right, okay, I think that's a little bit better, isn't it? So, where was I? I can't even remember. So that's the trouble. That is my goldfish memory. Like, in the time it took to stop the camera, move the... Because I don't actually use this. I hate the zoom on this. It just kind of sends it a bit fuzzy. So whenever I say I zoom in and zoom out, I actually just like move the camera, and it's on the because I've got a gooseneck tripod, so I just move that around. But in the time it takes me to, you know, just move it, sometimes I stop the camera, sometimes I just do it. But if I stop the camera, it means I don't have to edit it out later. But I can't do it live, because it's like an earthquake going off, because it's the gooseneck on, like, wobbles like crazy, and you would get serious motion sickness. But it does break up my stream of consciousness. So where was I? I know I talked about the light bulb. Oh, I talked about the whips. Oh, those whips. Really, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I had to tickle. I'm pretty sure when I plan to work on my whips for like a bit of a whipping the whips. Kate's got a tag on, so I thought, oh, it'd be good. Usually I have a month where I do sort of just focus on whips, long-term whips, and no, instead I just made new ones. Is that coloured? I can tell if that's coloured. No, it's not. Where's that green? Missed its stem. Yeah, so that's why all of these are bundled up in an elastic band, because I had another whip. But like I say, I think I finished it, maybe. That's the trouble. Sometimes I have to just go through and check everything. I'm like, why did I have all these pencils bunched up again? Why is this all in a special pot? And sometimes I do. I just finish the picture and I put the picture away, but I don't think to put the separated pencils away. And then I'm just left with this pile of pencils or pens sort of gathered up. And I'm like, have I done that one or not? I'm not very organised, as you can tell. So it's a bank holiday weekend coming up this weekend. I don't know if anybody has any plans for it. Obviously, I'm going to be doing my whips, just because, you know. No, I don't know. I probably will, actually, because, you know, some last-ditched effort to actually finish some pictures for my finished pages coming up next week. But I didn't do a finished pictures last month because, again, I hadn't done very much. And then I was like, I don't want to say I was sulky, but YouTube are having an issue with comments at the moment. I have mentioned it. I mentioned it on my community tab. But YouTube are deleting comments left, right and centre. And some people seem to be more affected than others. And unfortunately, I'm one of the ones that's affected. So at this point, I've virtually given up. I can comment on my own videos if in a reply to other people. But if I try to comment on somebody else's video, it gets eaten. So I'm not going to lie, I've given up even bothering to try. If something is really desperate, I found I have... Ooh. Motorbike going past. If I get really desperate, I found that I do have more luck if I try to post a comment with the app. Most of the time when I'm watching my YouTube and certainly commenting, it's when I'm it's on my computer. So yeah, I don't know if it's a browser problem, because yeah, like I say, if I really want to, but I hate typing on my phone because I'm the worst. You know how some people just like, this is not me, and then always autofill something like completely random, and I don't notice, and I'll read up my comment. Hopefully I catch it, but it'd be just like something random, like, I don't know, banana. Just like, I didn't know why I was trying to say, right, book, and you wrote banana. You know, it's that kind of thing. And so there's always some wacky comment in there that makes me look like you know, I've lost the plot. So yeah, techno rage. So I've not been doing a lot of commenting. Let me just do these last flowers. And as a result, other people's comments, I've seen people's comments on my channel, you know, you, the viewer, my subscribers, my online buddies. Sometimes you comment and then it disappears straight away and I get the notification, or I just happen to because I did have notifications turned off for this channel because I'd get so many, and I'm not very good with my emails. So I'd end up with, like, you know, not doing anything with it for like 2 months. I don't know why. I have a problem with the delete button on my YouTube video, on my emails. So when I get loads of YouTube emails saying there's a comment, like, I don't, like a normal person would, they delete them, but I don't. So like, I have like hundreds of emails and just depressing me in my email box. I'm like, just, you know, do some admin and delete them. Anyway, I digress. So I've turned on email comments, notifications of comments, so that hopefully I will catch them. But obviously that doesn't really help, because if I have no way of contacting, you know, if it's another YouTube person, then maybe I can track them down, like in Instagram, you know, if we're following each other and things like that. But some people just, you know, make a comment and I have no way of contacting them. So it looks like I'm ignoring them. I always answer my comments. I'm slow sometimes. I know I'm slow. But I always do something. I always answer. Or at the worst, I'll do a thumbs up and a heart. So if you're not seeing any contact from me, it's it's either because my comments have been deleted or your comments have been deleted. Anyway, for that reason, I've not been doing that many videos either. Right, let's go back down to here. We'll do some shading. And I think actually I'll start with the lighter colour, the lighter purple. So this is, I don't know what this is, manganese violet. And yeah, so for that reason, that's another reason why I've not been doing a huge amount of YouTube videos as well. I thought, you know what, I'll just take a couple, I won't say I'm having a couple of months off, but I'm taking my foot off the pedal a bit, because, you know, if my comments are getting deleted and other people's, then I may as well just like chill out a bit, wait for YouTube to fix it, if they ever fix it. And but you know, just enjoy the summer and relaxing a bit, and just go with it. So that's why there was no finished pages, because I didn't have many finished pages. I think I only had like 5 or 6, and I thought, you know what, I'll just save it up and do a 2-for-1. Just seemed easier. It was quite hard though, psychologically, because you know how I wind myself up about trying to have pictures finished for finished pages. And so that was quite a psychological thing, but I feel better for it. It's like almost now that after deciding not to do the finished pages video, because that's one of my best performing videos of the month usually. Those and the haul videos are like, you know, those are the ones what people like the most. And so not doing it was a big, you know, you sacrifice a lot of views, you sacrifice a lot of getting new subscribers, because those videos also get quite pushed out by YouTube to new people. And I haven't done any hauls, and I haven't done any finished pages. So my channel is quite the psychological element of it, of knowing that it's gonna, you know, go quieter on your channel, you get less views and things and less comments, was quite hard. But I've worked through it, I've pushed through it, and I'm okay. I feel like it did me good, because it does become a bit, you know, you think about that kind of thing a lot. You try not to, you tell yourself it's not important, but you do still end up quite sort of looking at your YouTube statistics. I didn't bring out my brush for the pencil dust, and Lumies are quite dusty. So yeah, that was a bit of a psychological thing, but like I say, I think I'm better for it. And it's not like I've not been doing anything. I've still been working a bit on my diamond painting channel, because obviously that's new and shiny, and I'm doing my Heaven and Earth thing. So I have done a little bit on there. But behind the scenes, well, I've been doing a bit of admin, so it's still a work in progress. But somebody was telling me about, you know, thumbnails. Like if you use a serif font, so that's ones with letters that have the little sort of curves, pointy edges around it. It makes it harder to read on phones. You know, like I say, I don't usually watch YouTube very much on my phone, so I didn't really think about it. But apparently, it's harder to read on phones, and so I'm starting to change over my thumbnails to a sans serif, which is one that's, you know, just straight letters and edges, which is easier to read. So that's like, yeah, okay, so that's useful, but a bit boring, which is why I've not done it before now. And also I've started making things like playlists, and so it's like just tidying up again, really boring, but which is why I've put it off. But it just tidies up a bit, you know, tidies things up a little bit. And then I've been planning videos, and I thought what I'm going to do, or what I am in the process of doing, and I've also started this for my other channel. Now I've got 2 channels. I feel that I need to be a bit more, I need to be not necessarily organised, but I need to think ahead a bit more, and just so that I can give myself a break if I do get worn out. There's, you know, obviously if I get tired and want to have like a few weeks off, a little holiday, I want to still be able to have, there's 2 channels that would be affected. So I've been filming, but I haven't been uploading, or at least some of it. I've been filming, I've been uploading some. So there's 3 stages. There's the filming stage, there's the editing stage, there's the uploading. Okay, there's more than 3. There's the uploading stage, which sometimes that can take like an hour or whatever if it's a big video. And then there's the thing where you have to fill out the description and the tags and the thumbnails and that sort of thing. And then you set it to publish. So I've got various videos at different stages of its timeline. And I think ideally when I come back to normal on YouTube, I want it to be with a lot of videos, like all in that stage where at the worst case scenario I just need to do the thumbnail or something for them, but they'll all be ready to publish. I might even, you know, schedule them in advance, and I've scheduled videos in advance before, but it's usually only like 1. Whereas I want to have, like, you know, I want to have a stash. I want to have a stash of videos on both channels, so that, you know, I can, if I'm busy one week, I'm not stressing out that I've got to film something. Or if I want to have, you know, I guess what in this day and age, it's called a mental health break. But, you know, if you just feel like having a bit of time off, I mean, you have holidays, you go to work and stuff, and you have time off. You have holidays from work or other things, you know, hobbies, and you take a break and you don't think anything about it. And then suddenly you have a channel and you think, oh, I can't take a break. You know, YouTube will hate it and all this sort of malarkey. Or, you know, you feel like there's this obligation, even when you don't have to. But it's that psychological element. So I thought, you know what, if I've got that, then I don't even care. I don't even have to think about it. I can just like fall back on some pre-filmed videos, my stash, as long as I don't burn through my stash completely, and, you know, I have the next month off and not film anything. So anyway, that is a very, very long-winded way of saying that even though I haven't posted many... Oh, no, I've gone a bit dark on this one, haven't I? Even though I haven't posted many videos in the last... Wow. Going on... It's definitely this month, but I'd started to wind down a little bit in June. So really, it's 2 months worth of quietish time on my channel, where obviously I'm still here, but it's about half the amount that I would usually post. And yeah, but it's only temporary. I am still working in the background, and hopefully all will be good going forward. I've gone really dark on that, haven't I? I've got a bit carried away. I've been doing all this yapping and not really constant. I've just been like, yeah, just throw the colour down. It's alright, I can knock it back. I will knock it back with the white. Because we'll use the white as a blender. So yeah, that's why I've not been around so much. And what's going on. Just to say, I've not gone anywhere. Do you know what? I haven't done that, have I? That's how much attention I'm paying. I say this is a colour along. Don't do it like I do it. You'll be all over the place. Use it as inspiration, maybe. Oh, I didn't even say what book it was from, did I? I'm so sorry. I have it in a playlist, but it's obviously from Circle of Life, and it's by Melpomeni Chatzipanagiotou. Yeah, but that will be, it'll be linked in the description and everything as usual. So, and I've got a playlist now because this is turned into a sort of informal colour along. I'm putting all the chats and the tags and everything that we've done. I've put it into a playlist now, so if you want to see the earlier parts, you can refresh yourself or save it and come back to it another day when you feel like doing this picture. I'm just using this pink white to just blend it out a bit, and it'll just knock back the colour just a little bit, because I need to put my yellow on the yellow on the tips again, don't I? These ones aren't too bad. I didn't get so carried away there. But yeah, I don't usually use a white. I know white pencils are generally quite popular to use for blending, but I don't like it because obviously it dulls the colour. So usually if I use a blender pencil, I usually just use a lighter tone, but in this case I actually do want to just reduce the colour a bit because I went wild. We went wild with the purple. Right, okay, perhaps that's a sign. I know it's mostly me and whipping chaps, perhaps that's a sign I should like just take a moment to oh, I've not done that one. Just take a moment to talk less and think a bit more about what I'm doing before I ruin it. It won't ruin. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So what else? So yeah, I don't actually have any plans for the bank holiday weekend. Right, let's go for some of this colour. Just on the big ones. I don't have any plans, yeah. I don't even know what the weather forecast is like. It's been a bit funny weather-wise in the UK. We had our huge heat wave in, what was that, June, I think. And then it's gone the other way, and it's just gone. I mean, it's not cold, but it's just like maybe 21 degrees or something. So, and a lot of the time it's been a little bit showery, which I suppose is a bit more like a normal English summer. I probably shouldn't have done that one. It is quite a big flower. We'll just do a little bit because I'm committed now. But yeah, no, don't do that one. Right, do this one. I'll do a bit down here. Because remember, we're going to blend this out with the yellow as well. So do you have plans? Let me know in the comments what you plan to do for the, I don't know, is it a bank holiday in the USA? I'm not sure. I don't know. Yeah, some of our bank holidays are the same. Holiday weekends, I think they're more referred to. And then some of them are different. Right, let's use the yellow and we will get some of this done. There, that's not too bad. Fortunately, these Luminance pencils, they have so much pigment and they're quite opaque, even like the yellows. That's why I used the white pencil to go over the key lines, just to soften them, because it will go over the top as opposed to turning muddy. You can see the yellow there in the purple. It's not turned to mud, it just goes over the top, which is one of the reasons I like my Luminance. My one and only, two criticisms of Luminance. One, the main one is they're expensive. My guilty secret. My guilty pleasure. They're not secret, they're a pleasure, just my guilty pleasure. But they can be a little bit dusty as well if you're heavy-handed. Well, guess what I am. Right, so that's that one done. And we'll just do this one. We'll keep this one light, because I didn't actually mean to put colour on there. What other news? Have I got any other news? I don't know. I've had my whinge about YouTube. Whinge. And I've talked about my diamond painting. I've made my excuses about not having many finished pictures. I should make a little checklist. Actually, that would be far too organised. I should make a list of what things I could talk about in Oh, I cancelled my holiday. That's something for me to talk about, whinge about, because of the lurgy that shall not be named. And I was going to go abroad, but the USA are not allowing it, still not allowing people in. And Well, you can, but you have to go in 2 weeks quarantine, so that's not very practical. Even if I went on a 3-week holiday, I don't want to spend 2 weeks of it in a hotel room, because that would be boring. And, I considered going to Europe. There's countries in Europe that are more open borders, shall we say, but you still have to go through so much fussing with like the tests and everything. Are we done with that? I think we're done with that. Let's do this one. There's just so much fussing with all the testing, and if you're in the other country and you get the lurgy that shall not be named while you're away, you have to quarantine over there. Like, can you imagine just being stuck in a hotel room? I can't even think of anything less fun. Let me just move my paper so I don't get a line through it. I can't think of anything less fun than being stuck in quarantine in another country when you'd rather be out doing stuff and things. Do you know what I mean? And you're paying for the privilege. Pay for the privilege. So we just cancelled the whole thing, and the other half, he's got 2 weeks off still, and we decided in a moment of clarity that we remembered that we live in London, and there's loads of stuff and things to do in London that quite often we don't do, because you know what it's like when you live somewhere, you kind of always think about going on holiday to somewhere else. And it was like, I know we can do staycations, but like I think we're literally going to do a staycation like in our home and just do day trips out to London attractions that you would never usually do, rarely do. I mean, very occasionally we'll do something, but mostly we ignore everything on our doorstep. So, we might do the whole Tower of London thing and go along the River Thames on a cruise, on one of those cruises, river cruises, that sort of thing. And I think we might try and find like little bed and breakfast for like maybe 2 nights or 3 nights, so it does feel like we get out of London as well, because it's his birthday. So it might be nice to just escape for that. But for the most part, we're taking staycation very, very, very literally. I'm just going to stay home and just make more of an effort to go out and do things every day, and eat out, and it's as if we was kind of on holiday but not. So yeah, it'll be a bit of an anticlimax, but it's still better than nothing, and at least we are allowed out at the moment. Well, for now. That's at the end of September. Hopefully things will be still okay by then. But yeah, a little bit annoying. Though it is going to save us a fortune. We could probably do the whole 2 weeks just staying home and still like going out to stuff and things and food and whatever. Probably lessen the flight of one person to the USA. Or certainly both of us anyway. Let alone accommodation. Right, I'm just going to do this one flower. And then I'm going to zoom us out. And then I think that'll be it for today. But at least we've done something. Yay! I've just noticed as well, like how long I've been talking. I didn't intend to. I thought I'd only be on for like half an hour tops. And I am pretty much there already. And I was ready for more. But we're going to stop. I'm expecting an Amazon delivery any minute to bring my groceries. Amazon Fresh. Just saves going out to the supermarket sometimes. I don't do it all the time. I prefer to go to the supermarket. But every now and again, get a bit of beer delivered and soda, fizzy pop. Just heavy stuff because I live up flights of stairs, so it means I don't have to carry him up the stairs either. poor guy. I break him with his carrying all these big boxes up the stairs. Poor guy. So yeah, that's due any minute. So we'll just finish these petals. And then I will zoom you out. But yeah, if it cuts off, I'm trying to watch, because my phone goes anywhere from like 25 minutes to 35 minutes. And I think it depends on, you know, how much memory it takes up is based on how much I talk. And obviously I've been talking a lot, so I am actually expecting it to cut off any second. If it does, I'll have to go download the footage, and then that's when I'll zoom you out. Hopefully I'll notice it quickly though when it happens, so I'm not talking to myself or colouring to myself. But we're just doing this yellow, so we're nearly there anyway. Come on, don't die on me. Yay, we did it. Right, I'm going to zoom you out. We did it. Oh no, look, there's that one. Right, let me zoom you out. We didn't really do that much. I got all the flowers done. I got these flowers done. I'm starting to have regrets now about, I think maybe I will go back and do these ones that's open. The buds can stay regular, but I think I'll do these open. I'll go back and do these ones, because I ended up doing all three there, and I'll probably add the yellow to that one as well. And then next time, I might not do that next time. We'll save that for a future one. Next time I think I might do something a bit different. So perhaps we'll work on the leaves. We've not got many leaves. Either leaves or the tree. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see next. Leaves or tree. And we do have some bumblebee, some beehive still to do. And I've got to decide what to do with these little flowers. Not sure. Anyway, but that's it for today. I will try and hopefully come back a bit sooner with the next whip and chat, because I know I meant to do this like 2 weeks ago. I was just in the sulk with YouTube basically. Hopefully YouTube will fix the commenting though, and I will be less pouty. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, give me that thumbs up, because it really helps the channel. And yeah, see you all again soon. Bye for now. Bye.